Welcome back. Today, get ready to change your life as we dive into the fascinating world of Washington quarter value, its iconic design, its hidden history, and the secret treasures many people never notice. We're exploring the most valuable, most expensive, and ultra-rare U.S. coins of all time, starting with our top 2 pick. The 1977 Washington quarter, no mint mark, struck in copper-nickel clad. At first glance, this brown-toned, slightly dirty, everyday quarter looks completely ordinary. But hidden mint errors and rare striking varieties can transform this simple coin into a highly valuable collectible, worth thousands, or even millions of dollars today. So before you spend that old quarter, stick around, because you might be holding a fortune in your hands. First up. Coin number 1. The world of coin collecting has always been a mysterious and unpredictable journey, a path where the smallest piece of metal can hold the greatest stories ever told. Welcome back to this deep exploration into one of America's most overlooked treasures. Today, we travel inside the history, secrets, and unbelievable value of a coin millions of people have touched, spent, and forgotten, the 1977 Washington quarter with no mint mark. What appears to be an ordinary 25-cent piece has a hidden past so powerful that it has shocked collectors, historians, and even professional graders. And if you happen to own one, your life may be closer to changing than you ever imagined. The 1977 Washington quarter was born in an era of transition. America was recovering from economic challenges, the minting technologies were shifting, and the U.S. Mint was experimenting with new compositions. This quarter, struck from a copper-nickel-clad blend, marked the beginning of a modern age of American coinage. But what makes this coin fascinating is not just its material, it's the story behind its creation. A time when errors were more common, oversight was frequent, and the machinery struggled to keep up with the impossible demand. Because of this unstable period in minting history, the 1977 no-mint mark quarter became a breeding ground for rare mistakes and bizarre varieties that only surface once in a generation. When you first hold this coin, you notice the brownish tone that slowly emerges as the copper core breathes through the nickel coating. The tarnish, the dirt, the faint scratches, all of it makes the coin look like something that belongs at the bottom of an old drawer. But this is exactly what makes it so deceptive. Beneath that simple, worn-down appearance lies a world of hidden secrets. For some collectors, the 1977 quarter is nothing special. Yet for those who know its true potential, it is one of the most thrilling, ordinary-looking coins ever struck in America. Its power comes from unpredictability. A single unnoticed error has the potential to transform a pocket coin into a treasure worth thousands, even millions. Imagine this. A coin you casually toss on a shop counter could be the same coin someone once bought for the price of a small house. It may sound unbelievable, but history has proven that rare errors, especially those buried in millions of circulating quarters, can skyrocket beyond imagination. Some 1977 quarters have shown doubling so dramatic that the letters blur into ghost-like shadows. Others have off-center strikes so extreme that half the design floats like a misplaced echo. A few showcase deep planchet flaws created before the coin was even struck. And beyond these, there are rumored experimental strikes, pieces that slipped through quality checks and entered circulation, becoming lost needles in a national haystack of billions. Collectors call these coins sleepers, because they sleep for decades in pockets, jars, and dusty boxes, waiting for the one person who will see what everyone else missed. And that person could be you. The market for rare coins has exploded in our generation. Collectors now spend amounts nobody ever imagined possible for coins that were once seen as worthless pocket change. A rare error on a 1977 Washington quarter can push its value into thousands of dollars. But the truly monstrous pieces, the once-in-a-lifetime varieties that defy logic and minting rules, have sold for prices so astonishing that they are whispered about rather than spoken. Prices that climb into the millions. Prices that can turn an ordinary person into a millionaire overnight. This is why experts warn, never underestimate a quarter simply because it looks dirty, worn, or unimpressive. The most extraordinary coins in history have always been the ones that hide behind ordinary faces. A coin that has passed through thousands of hands could be the same coin destined to rewrite your future. And among all circulating coins, the 1977 no-mint mark Washington quarter remains one of the most unpredictable and exciting discoveries collectors still chase. It is that dangerous mix of common appearance and rare potential that makes it a legend. The story of this coin is not just about money, it is about mystery. Why were certain errors produced? Why did some escape into circulation? Why do some varieties appear in clusters while others are unique anomalies? These questions are what make this coin an obsession for researchers. Every time a new 1977 error is discovered, a new chapter of history is written, not by scholars, but by ordinary people who simply decided to examine the change in their pockets more carefully than others. And this brings us to a truth that few people understand: fortunes are not always buried underground. Sometimes, fortunes hide in plain sight, disguised as common everyday objects. Your 1977 quarter could be one of the rarest coins ever minted. It might be a forgotten masterpiece. It might hold a flaw worth more than gold itself. It might carry a mistake so unusual that collectors would fight for the chance to own it. But you will never know its destiny unless you look at it closely, respect its history, and refuse to give it away cheaply. So before you spend that old quarter, pause for a moment. Look at its edges. Look at its details. Look at its tone. What you hold might not be just another coin, it might be the key to changing your life. The 1977 Washington quarter stands as a reminder that even the simplest objects can carry unimaginable value. It teaches us that treasures are not always shining, sometimes they are worn, dirty, and ignored. And yet, the power they hold can be greater than anything we could ever expect. As we continue our journey into the world of rare U.S. coins, remember this: the next legendary discovery may not come from a museum, a dealer, or a collector. It might come from you. From your pocket. From your past. From a coin that escaped attention for almost 50 years. The 1977 Washington quarter, no mint mark, remains one of the most exciting mysteries in American coin history. And if you have one, you might be holding a miracle in your hand. The journey into the world of rare American coins begins not with gold, not with silver, but with something far more common: a simple Washington quarter. And yet, hidden within certain years and specific minting mistakes, these ordinary-looking coins can turn into staggering treasures. Today, we unravel the mystery of the 1979 Washington quarter with no mint mark, a coin millions of people have touched without ever realizing that one small flaw could turn it into a fortune. As we explore its surprising history and unbelievable value potential, you may discover that the next life-changing coin is already lying in your own pocket. When the 1979 quarter was produced, America was entering a new era of industrial precision. The mint had upgraded its machinery, redesigned some processes, and increased production speed to meet the massive national demand for circulating coins. But with greater speed came greater error. High pressure, worn dies, misaligned strikes, and tired machinery opened the door for a wave of mistakes. Hidden among these billions of quarters were rare varieties that slipped through unnoticed, coins that today could be worth more than diamonds, more than luxury cars, even more than entire houses. These rare errors transformed the 1979 quarter from a simple piece of money into a mysterious gatekeeper of unimaginable value. The most fascinating thing about the 1979 Washington quarter is its deceptive appearance. When you hold it, the coin feels like nothing special. The copper-nickel-clad surface has aged into a soft brownish tone, the rim has darkened with years of handling, and faint scratches map out its long life of circulation. It looks tired, worn, almost unimportant. But the very ordinariness of this coin is what makes it dangerous. Because hidden in that dirty, everyday look could be the kind of error that transforms an everyday coin into one of the rarest pieces in modern American minting history. Some collectors have spent their entire careers hunting for a single perfect example, the kind of piece that has the power to rewrite someone's destiny overnight. History has shown time and time again that the most valuable coins are not always the ones crafted from precious metals. Instead, they are the coins born from mistakes, the misprints, the die cracks, the double strikes, the off-center shifts, the ghost-like doubling that hides within the letters and numbers. The 1979 no-mint mark quarter is a legend in this world because its errors are unpredictable. One coin may have a deep die gouge running across Washington's profile. Another may show doubling so intense that the date seems to echo. And somewhere, perhaps still lost in circulation, there may exist a variety so rare, so bizarre, that no collector has yet fully understood it. The thrill of the unknown is what gives this coin its electric appeal. As you follow the fingerprints of history across the surface of this coin, you begin to understand why collectors are obsessed with it. It is not just a coin, it is a puzzle piece from a forgotten chapter of American minting. Every scratch tells a story of hands it has passed through. Every mark hints at a journey across decades. But the most intriguing story is the one the mint never intended to write, the accidental birth of ultra-rare error coins. Some of these have sold for thousands. Some have crossed into the hundreds of thousands. And there are whispers, terrifying whispers, of private collectors offering million-dollar rewards for certain once-in-a-lifetime 1979 varieties. These rumors exist because treasure hunters know that the most valuable errors are the ones nobody sees coming. The most astonishing part is that these treasures do not hide in museums or auctions. They hide in pockets, in old jars on kitchen shelves, in forgotten boxes stored under beds, in drawers filled with spare change. The idea that a single coin, worn, dirty, ignored, could hold the power to make someone a millionaire overnight is what makes the 1979 Washington quarter so iconic. It is a reminder that sometimes the greatest fortune does not come wrapped in gold or locked in safes. Sometimes, it comes disguised as a coin you could easily spend without a second thought. Collectors often describe the 1979 quarter as a silent fortune, a coin that hides its value behind a mask of normality. And this is what makes it so dangerous to overlook. A rare error in this coin can explode in value, far beyond what any ordinary quarter should ever be worth. Some of the most dramatic examples have been found by complete beginners, people who never imagined that checking a coin carefully could reveal a life-changing secret. And today, that possibility is more real than ever, as collectors around the world scramble to secure the rarest surviving specimens before they disappear forever. As we dig deeper into the story of this remarkable coin, the truth becomes clear: the 1979 Washington quarter is not just currency, it is a gateway into a world of hidden riches. Its value lies not in its metal, but in its mystery. Every single piece carries a possibility. Every piece could be the one that collectors have been chasing for decades. This is why experts warn people never to dismiss a coin simply because it looks old or dirty. Dirt does not destroy value, sometimes, dirt hides it. The true worth of a coin is revealed only to the eyes that know how to look. And so, before you spend that old quarter, pause for a moment. What if the coin you hold is one of the few with unimaginable value? What if it carries a minting error so rare that collectors would practically fight for it? What if your ordinary-looking 1979 quarter is the one coin capable of turning you into a millionaire overnight? These questions may sound dramatic, but history has proven them true time and time again. The greatest discoveries are almost always accidental. And the next great coin discovery may not come from a dealer or an auction house, it may come from you. The story of the 1979 Washington quarter is a reminder that fortune does not always knock loudly. Sometimes, fortune jingles quietly in your pocket, waiting for the moment you recognize its true power. It teaches us that the smallest objects can hold the biggest surprises, and the most ordinary things can hide extraordinary treasures. And as long as these rare varieties exist, the search continues, a thrilling, unpredictable, life-changing hunt for a piece of metal that has the power to rewrite a person's future in a single night.